Alright, so here's a quick vid, or potentially quick video on just tier 20, 4 set bonus, no rotational legendaries. I used Synodarias and killed Jaden's Burning Wish, just macroed that in. They weren't upgraded to the correct eye level, but it doesn't really matter because we're just looking at the rotation. We're joined by our feral friend Reckless Meme, who has a hidden identity as Paul 15. So I'm just going to open with the standard opener here with the overshred so that the meld Rake lines up, and also to preserve the AF. Okay, so I shouldn't have used the regrowth there because I'm going to double shred. This is actually a waste of GCD. I could have got an extra shred in for AF. Anyway, that's okay. I go for the greedy bite there. If I didn't go for greedy bite, I could have gotten some extra rake up time. So you're going to see me, after the opener pull, reasonably high. So one of the items I'm doing on this video, one of the tricks is the Rake refresh timer. So if there was TF Rake, I think if you watch my other videos you'll know what I'm talking about, but if you have a TF Rake on the target and you're refreshing with a non-TF Rake, then you refresh under 2 seconds. If you have TF up currently and you're refreshing a Rake, you try and refresh it between 2 and 3 seconds so you don't lose a tick. So I do that quite a bit here because there's no SOTA, so you don't have a burst of energy. So you have more, your energy pulling is more akin to tier 19. So I'm going to pull until I have to refresh Rake. Okay, so I've got Ashmead's Rip track here. So because I've got Ashmead's Rip, I'm going to refresh SR, and then I'll have freedom to use a fresh bite if I so desire. Which I think I actually do. Oh no, I go for the safe Rip, like in tier 19, because I'm a casual. I'm going for quite safe rips here. That's a FB there. You notice that the difference between tier 19 and tier 20 is that you got a lot more. It's because you have a much longer rip. You can squeeze in some more FBs. So that was a very safe FB I just did. I can actually FB again here, which I do. So I should go for a safe rip here, because I'm gonna hit full energy before pandemic. I've hit pandemic before full energy. I'm going for a lot of safe rips. This could be easily be FB. I should make it. I'm just wait for the Rake timer. This should be a rip refresh before SR. I went for a 4 CP SR here. I went for FB here because I already have Ashmead's Rip. And over here, I actually went for the overshred rather than the SR because I went for the... I think that's a nifty thing you can do on some Berserks. What you can do is, let's just go back here. So over here, I could cast Regrowth SR, or I can go for a half energy shred, because Berserk's going to finish. Berserk's going to finish before I cast... If I go for Regrowth, if I want to go for SR, I have to cast Regrowth. There's 2 empty GCDs there, and then I'll be on energy cap when I come out at 100. So I go for the half energy cost SR shred instead. So I almost capped there as well. That's a nifty thing you can do at the end of Berserks. You can just overshred over 5 combo points. You can see there's rotationally a lot more ferocious bites than there would be in tier 19. You just have to really squeeze them at the right time. So it looks like there could be another FB coming up here, actually, after this rip. Oh, so I use it actually in here because I got the Ashmead's rip timer, and then I go for the rip refresh. Somewhat interesting. And of course, the classic hard cast. How do I fix this hard cast? I always seem to have a hard cast issue around 4 minutes. That's already too late. Let's have a look how I fix it. That's a personal issue. Okay, so I obviously cast my too early. Okay, I actually have to go back a bit to fix it. Okay, so this shred shouldn't be there. This shred should be a pull up and then rake. It's actually not a huge DPS loss. It can actually be a gain because you're going for 3. You're going for a couple of abilities that can proc Ashmead's for rip. So surprisingly, because I'm not hardcasting that often, it's a pretty insignificant loss. Anyway, here we go. And there's another sub 2 second rake that I'm aiming for. That's 5 minutes up, but then everything just lines up and you go bang! 5 minutes is the magic mark where all your cooldowns come off, and I always stop my videos before 5 minutes. So. Oh, I don't think there's much else to say. Just that you can squeeze in quite a few FBs, just normally. You just really have to look at the timings, and judge Ashmead's rip timer to min-max it a bit. So I mean, here by the time you got up to 5, you probably want to refresh one of the other 2. Yeah, so I don't cast it there, I don't think. You really need a TF or a Ashmead's Frenzy to get an FB in. So here I can probably do it. There's definitely scope for FB here because you've got the TF coming off. And then you just kind of play it by what you see. So there's the FB. Because if you actually look, you have to be pretty comfortable with the rotation to do this. So if you see, I could see it way into the future, and everyone's just like, "What FB is he talking about?" So is it before this? I'm just watching, and I'm like, oh yeah, so that's going to refresh, and then that's going to give you a plus timer, right? And then the TF is going to come and give you FB. Anyway. Because I know you're going to refresh the rip here. And then you're going to have so many combo points from this, and you have double two timer. Two high times. Okay, what else can we look at? Skim across here. This is Berserk. Let's ignore Berserk this time. This is just going to be a TF. You're probably going to refresh the rip before the TF. And then you can probably scope out a FB here. But I think the safe thing to do is the SR. You can cast either here, I think. I'm safe, so I'll probably cast SR. Oh, and then because I got the Ashman's Rip, you definitely want to cast FB here, which I do. Notice how I look at the Ashman's Rip timer. It's so important for judging FB because you're just like, okay, I've got this. I'm just gonna push FB now because there's no point. Mechanically, the way it works at the moment is you try and refresh rip super early, so you get your juicy maximum duration Ashman's rip, shadow rip, or whatever you want to call it. But when you actually already have it up, you just stop gaming it, and you're just like, okay, time to cast FB. And okay, here we go. Some more stuff, I guess. Last one, I think. So here, I'm probably leaning towards a refreshing rip. Actually, you can literally do any finisher here. The safest would be SR. No, yeah, the safest would be SR. The best is probably rip because you got the Tiger's Fury. And then the super risky, ballsy one is FB and pray for a lot of clear casting procs, which won't happen. So yeah, I'm actually going to pull up and cast Rip, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I do. That's probably the best finisher to cast there. Although if you cast SR, you won't be too far behind. Yeah, that's the sub 2 second Rake thing I'm always talking about. Skip just before. Yeah, it's about midway between Berserks. I've probably done the 130 section. Let's look at the 340. 340. Last one and then go to bed. I think I've done this already with pretty obvious FB. And you're just going to recover here with the Ashman's Frenzy. Right into Pandemic. Bang. So yeah, I use Pandemic a lot to make sure I get good timer value out of all the combo points and energy I'm using. The FB is a bit questionable. Is it? Actually, that's pretty good. Good decision making, Robo. Oh, no, I know why. It's because I'm still getting energy from that. That's actually completely fine. 4 energy bar, FB Rake, shred. Yeah, that's plenty of time. It's not. Yeah, because I just got the tick of energy there of the TF. I didn't notice that when I was playing. I knew how much energy I was getting because I paused the video. I didn't know how deep I was into that TF. Yeah, it's a classic 4 minute. All right, that's it.